What's wrong, Cass? Did the doctors tell you something they didn't tell me?
I'm the one who's been in the dark. How could you do it? How could you keep it from me? You were pregnant with our child, and you didn't tell me?
I just turned down 2 networks asking for footage of the explosion. We can't buy this much advance publicity. Those 2 look hot together.
Yeah, everything's great.
Would you lighten up? Frankie's gonna be fine.
Thank God for that.
Look, this stuff is incredible. All we need to do is reshoot the ending and we're made in the shade.
I don't care about the video. I lost Jenna.
Now that Carl's trial has started, I'm sure there's going to be more relief for...
I don't even think jail can keep Carl from doing damage. Okay?
Jenna?
Hi, I have to go.
No, hold it. Right there.
I'm gonna be late.
There's something wrong with this picture. You are not going anywhere in that until you tell us what it is. Hello?
Rachel, I'm glad I called you in.
What do you want?
Well, I think it's time we talked, don't you?
The only talking I'm going to do with you, Carl, is in the courtroom tomorrow.
Then I fear this promises to be quite an ordeal. I mean, not just for us, but for those we hold near and dear.
You're not going to keep me from testifying against you, Carl.
Of course not. I'm simply suggesting that being at the center of what will undoubtedly be a media circus will put us all in a most uncomfortable position.
You tried to kill Kathleen. You tried to kill me. You almost did kill Frankie.
Innocent until proven guilty, my dear.
You're going to jail, Carl, and I'll do anything I have to help.
Hi, Rachel. I just thought...
Hi, Michael.
Are you all right? What's wrong?
Just on the phone with Carl.
Carl, what did he want?
To frighten me.
Into not testifying?
Oh, he just made some threats.
Rachel, he likes to play with people's heads. Don't let him get to you.
Yes, he's very good at it.
Wait a minute. You're not having second thoughts about testifying, are you?
If I can identify the stagehand who attacked me, and if he admits to being hired by Carl, then we ought to be able to convict Carl.
Can you make a positive ID?
I hope so.
Have you talked to Dr. Newton?
If anyone finds out that I'm having trouble with my eyes, then Carl's lawyer will make mincemeat of my testimony.
Yes, but then the upside is you'll be off Carl's hit list.
You think I'm crazy to do this, don't you?
No, I think that Rachel Corey will do whatever she wants to do, whatever she makes up her mind to do.
I hope so.
Rachel, don't worry. I will make sure that nothing happens to you or your children. I promise you that.
Excuse me. Is this a bad time?
Come in.
Amanda?
I'll be right out.
I picked up Allie at nursery school.
Glad you're here.
Hey, you look beautiful.
I guess I should get dressed.
Oh, now that would be a shame.
The city room's a mess. Trying to get ready for Carl's trial. I have reporters down there trying to outscoop each other.
Now, just be careful, okay?
Well, I figured that a nice warm shower would relax me. Now I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to go down and play with Allie.
Oh, Hilda's giving her a bath.
Does Allie seem okay to you?
What do you mean?
I just worry about all the tension in this house, you know? I think she can pick it up.
She seems fine to me.
Good.
Look, I know you already had a rough day, but
What is it?
there's a problem with Olivia.
I don't know what to say.
You? I just found out that a child I didn't know I had was lost in a miscarriage I never knew anything about either.
I decided 5 minutes ago that I could finally tell you about it.
I didn't get it through astral projection, Frankie.
How did you find out?
A nurse! A complete stranger!
You know, that's what's important.
I couldn't believe it. Until I saw the look on Kathleen's face.
Kathleen found out by accident.
Who else knew?
Charlene and John. Jamie.
How about Ryan? Wouldn't want to keep it from your best buddy.
And Ryan.
Where I come from, it's traditional for the father to be the first to know, not the last.
I wanted to tell you.
Yeah, well, what happened? Did it slip your tongue the past few hundred conversations we've had?
Do you have any idea of what I went through when I found out, Cass?
You're the one with the ESP, Frankie.
I was thrilled. I had this new life growing inside me.
A life that you and I created.
But it wasn't exactly going to be in Baby Makes 3, was it? You had just moved out of our house and in with Kathleen.
All right, so the timing stunk, but still.
I tried to tell you.
When?
Remember the night I went to Kathleen's really late?
You said that you wanted to sell the house.
I made that up.
Because?
Seeing the two of you sharing the same pair of pajamas, Kat. You looked very happy.
Well, you picked a hell of a time to be noble.
If you were going to come back to me, it had to be because you loved me, not because you felt obligated to me.
That's not your choice to make!
Oh, of course not. Only you get to make choices. I did what I felt was right for all of us.
You were playing God! What gave you that right?
I have a publicity shoot for the video.
What, in this outfit?
What time will you be home?
When I get home.
No. For loving parents of a 17-year-old, that is not what we want to hear.
Why are you on my case today?
Come on, we're not on your case.
Oh, you could have fooled me.
Honey, look, we're just a little worried about you, that's all.
Well, don't be. I'm fine.
Honey, you had a rough couple of days.
Yes, the explosion at the television studio, we know how upsetting
I'm
that was
trying
for
really
you.
hard to forget about that.
Luke and I feel that maybe there's something else that's bothering you. Is there?
Yeah, you have been acting differently.
Maybe I am different.
Does this have anything to do with Matt? I know you're not taking his calls.
Yes, and his flowers are here, not in your room.
Honey, has something happened between you and Matt? Luke, maybe I could have a moment with Jenna.
Sure. Honey, we just want you to be happy, that's all.
You can say anything to me.
Can I?
Yes. I won't be angry, I promise. Did you and Matt...
What? Have sex?
Did you?
No.
Well, I know that's been a problem for you.
Listen, Felicia, since that's all that seems to be bothering you, you can relax. Matt and I are through. I gotta go.
Jenna...
The
It should be scheduled by the end of the day, and then we'll have the mixed master by the end of the week.
So everything's all right, then?
Not everything, Lorna.
I'm sorry about Gemma.
Yeah, I'll bet you are.
What happened?
Maybe you'll get a kick out of it. When I was with Jenna after the explosion.
In the dressing room?
Yeah, I was trying to calm her down when you came in.
Well, I was just trying to see that you were all right.
Yeah, and when we were talking in the hall, she woke up.
And overheard us.
Yeah, she put two and two together and called me on it.
And of course you told her the truth.
Yes, I told her the truth.
You're too good for your own good, Matt.
You know, I was fooling myself thinking that we could have this whatever it was and it wouldn't matter.
No, I never meant to hurt you.
Damn it, I got caught up in this business. I got caught up in the success with you and I lost sight of what was important to me.
It may not seem like it now, but it's probably for the best.
I love Jenna! What?
Would you just take a moment and look at the two of you, Matt? Jenna is going off to college. What the hell does she know about the real world? You're out there, on the fast track right to the top.
So what? What difference does that make?
She would have held you back, Matt. And you would have wasted a lot of time trying to make it work.
And you're being thoroughly objective, of course.
We had a lot more going for us than you thought.
Whatever happened to no strings attached? Whatever happened to, if it feels good, do it?
Oh, come on, Matt. Listen, we both get off putting ourselves out there, flying without a net. We both want money and power and everything that goes with it. And what you need is a woman who's going to help you make all your dreams come true. Not some sweet, pretty young thing who's you're going to put on a pedestal and moon over.
Don't tell me what I need, all right?
Fine. Fine. But you might as well just listen to what I say, because one day you're going to realize that I'm right.
Great, Lorna, I'm out of here.
Where you going?
I got things to do, okay?
Well, if it interests you at all, we have a publicity shoot here in case you've forgotten.
Great, you handle it.
Look, you've had a bad break for the past couple of days, but that gives you no right to just pack up your tent and leave.
Well, between you, Jake, and Dean, I'm sure you can do a great job with the video.
It isn't going to be long, Matt, before my money people are going to want cash, not excuses.
I can't give them what I haven't got.
Well, then you better make damn sure that that video is a big splash.
And all I heard from you since day one is that we couldn't miss with this.
I have taken you as far as I can.
You found the investors, you handle them.
It's not that simple.
Oh, well, you lost me, Jenna. You better not lose me, D&M, too.
It doesn't do any good for me to leave you a message because you don't return my calls.
Well, that should tell you something.
Michael, this is important.
Is it about our daughters?
It's about me.
You're not my responsibility anymore.
You're the only person I can turn to.
What is it?
This is a subpoena. It says that I may have to testify as a witness for the defense in Carl's trial.
Wait a minute. Carl wants you to testify on his behalf?
Michael, you have to do something.
All right, let me read it.
I don't understand this. If Carl was going on trial for shooting Grant, I'd understand.
I was his alibi, Rachel.
But they're not even going to bring that up. They don't have enough evidence.
Well, maybe Carl wants me to be there just in case.
Or maybe you're just a character witness.
I dislike Carl as much as anybody else does.
That's why you let him escort you around town, Donna?
Michael, I told you I did that to try to find out what he was up to.
And I told you, Donna, you were getting in over your head, but you refused to listen.
What do I do now?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. Once you get on the stand, whatever you say about Carl is entirely up to you.
He probably has one of those lawyers that's going to twist around everything I have to say. There has to be some way I can get out of this.
I'll tell you what, I'll call the DA and see what I can do.
Carl is so charming, it's hard for me to imagine that he could murder somebody.
Well, I believe it, and you better be careful. This isn't the time to cross Carl.
Mr. Hutchins.
Hello, Angela. You look lovely as usual.
Mrs. Hudson isn't in.
No problem, Angela. No problem. I'll wait.
And I sort of make a grand entrance.
Yeah?
Yeah, and this girl chases me all through the video, and she thinks she's the right girl for me. That's another
Wow.
shot, just sort of off at the side.
Yeah.
This is a little closer. Yeah,
Whew.
she looks good.
If the video turns out as hot as these, you are gonna have a mega hit on your hands.
I don't know, I'm praying. Every day I'm praying.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Yeah.
So, where is everybody?
Well, the photographer called and he said he was a little detained, some job before this, but he's on his way. He's on his way.
Okay.
Look, can I just say something about what happened the other morning at the studio? I was so frustrated in everything that had gone down from the hospital that
Yeah, it upset me too.
well, we're here to work, right? So
Right.
can we do that and we'll talk about that and you know, just can we forget about it all? Yeah?
It's forgotten.
Really?
Really.
Oh, good, good. That's good.
Good.
You look great. Did you who'd you borrow that from?
It's mine. I picked it out.
You picked that out?
Yes. You know, not everything in my closet has ruffles and pilgrim collars.
No, I'm not running you
well,
down.
if you saw it on Lorna, you'd think she were a hot babe.
Jenna, please.
Honey, I always say if you got it, flaunt it. And judging from these, you have definitely got it.
It's weird looking at those, isn't it?
Yes, it doesn't seem real.
That's us. Well, you know, personally, I hope that the little girl with the pilgrim collars and the ruffled dresses isn't gone forever.
Well, that girl was a hypocrite.
How can you say something like that to me?
Dean, I know you and Matt had me figured for some shy little convent girl who doesn't know anything about anything.
Is that so bad?
Especially when it comes to sex.
Sex?
Yeah, guys seem to think about it all the time.
Well, a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Well, here's a hot newsflash for you, Dean. Pious little Jenna's got more on her mind than just the perfect recipe for hot apple pie.
Don't you have to do something before we do this
The only
session?
difference
like makeup
is
or hair?
that guys just go out and get what they want, and I've been sitting waiting for someone to bring it all wrapped up and perfect.
Well, you should be waiting. Listen, can I ask you something, please? You seem like you were in such a big rush. What is the rush? Making love for the first time it's a memory that's going to stay with you forever. You should choose that memory very carefully, I think.
Are these lyrics from your next song?
If Matt let you down, and I know he did, doesn't mean you should throw away all your dreams.
Amanda, you should have seen Olivia when you left. She was all bummed out.
I would have thought she'd be happy. Have you all to herself.
Olivia felt like you were trying to pressure her into walking.
Is she serious?
Well, what did happen then?
I told her that Jamie thought it was a good sign that she was able to get up and walk to save Allie.
Yeah, thank God for that.
And he said that if she were to keep trying to walk, that it would be that much sooner that she would be all right.
So you weren't trying to force her into doing anything then, right?
I encouraged her to give it a try. That was only because I was there to help her in case she had any problems.
You weren't badgering her, you weren't baiting her.
If anybody was badgering, it was Olivia.
Olivia, huh?
She took great pleasure in telling me how wonderful it was to lie in your arms last night.
She said she couldn't sleep. I held her for a few minutes till she got comfortable.
And she made sure that I saw bunches of sketches that you have done of her. Very sexy.
Amanda, I did those sketches months ago.
That's not how Olivia made it seem.
I never should have left you two alone for a minute.
Has it ever occurred to you that Olivia could be milking this for all it's worth?
Amanda, what are you talking about?
Olivia has got to know that the minute she starts walking again, you walk out of her life.
What, you think she's faking this whole thing?
Come on, she gets up, she walks to save Allie, and the next thing you know, whammo, instant invalid
Amanda,
again.
it was the situation. Even Jamie said
And
that.
how do you know that?
She gave up dancing in the video. You know how important that was to her.
I also know how important you are to her.
This whole idea is ridiculous.
Okay, maybe she's not even doing it consciously. Are
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ever went to see Olivia, and I will never do it again.
Amanda, don't do this. Don't turn this into a fight.
You're defending her. You believe her over me.
Did I say that?
You still don't trust me. Maybe you never will.
That's not the truth.
Isn't it?
Will you try and see this from where I was?
You lost our child, yet you looked me in the eye and lied to me.
I was in shock.
You made a conscious decision to keep it from me. You had my own friends keeping your secret from me.
I didn't want your pity.
Why would I pity you?
You felt badly enough about leaving me.
This never should have happened.
Cass, please don't do this.
If you had told me about the baby right from the beginning, everything would have been different.
You can't know that.
At least I would have been there.
What would you have done? Left Kathleen? Given up your dream of rekindling your great love? Would you have saved our marriage for the sake of our baby just to hate me for it for the rest of our lives?
I don't know what I would have done because you never gave me the chance.
There's no point in speculating about it now.
One thing I would have done is I would have taken good care of you.
No, you would have, baby, I know.
I certainly would have let you go traipsing all over town playing cops and robbers with Ryan Harrison while you were pregnant.
So that's it.
That's what?
Why you're so angry.
How do you expect me to feel?
You think this is my fault. You blame me for losing our child. You are disgustingly predictable.
What did I do now?
You have no idea of how I handled this pregnancy, but there you are, safe in the knowledge that it's my fault I lost the baby.
When did I say that?
You sure as hell implied it.
I didn't have the slightest idea how you handled a pregnancy because you never bothered to tell me you were pregnant.
For your information, from the moment I found out I was pregnant, I went out and bought all the prenatal care books. I exercised, I ate right. I even played wind chime tapes for our baby so that he would get a good night's sleep.
But you still kept working.
Of course I did. I wasn't sick. I was pregnant. I never put myself in danger.
What did happen?
I had what's called a spontaneous abortion.
What does that mean?
Usually it means there's something wrong with the fetus. It's very common.
So it just happened.
The doctor said it wasn't my fault. For some reason, he was just never meant to be born.
You just said he. You know it was a boy? We had a son.
Sam, what are you doing?
I want to be with you.
No,
You
Sam.
want to?
I know. It's not that I don't. Believe me.
What's the matter then?
We said that we weren't going to make the same mistakes that we made before.
How can our making love be a mistake?
Because any time that we had problems before, we would use sex to make everything
Is
better.
that what we'd be doing?
Yes. Look, it worked for a while. But before long, the doubts and the suspicion would just come creeping right back again.
Yeah, I remember.
I think we have to learn to talk. I mean, really communicate before we go to bed.
I guess I was feeling like you were pulling away like when you were with Evan.
Sam, we've got to get over that.
I want to.
If we don't get over that, we can't go anywhere from here.
Well, it can't change overnight.
I'm here for the long haul.
Yeah, well, so am I. Look, I know you have a lot on your mind. I guess I better go. You give Allie a goodnight kiss for me, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Amanda, I love you. Don't forget that, okay?
Guys, I'd like you to meet the top photographer in the rock and roll scene today. This is Jay Danner. Jay, my stars in the making.
How are you? How you doing?
Dean
Nice to
Frame and
meet you.
Jenna Norris.
Hello, Mr. Danner.
Hi, Jenna. The name's Jay.
KJ.
What I'm thinking of is album cover here and possible poster. These two looking hot and dangerous.
Easy, since you've given me so much to work with.
Well, then why don't you set and light with Jenna, and I'll discuss a few things with Dean.
Great. Works for
buy you a
me.
drink.
Break a leg. Can I buy you a drink before we start, or?
I don't really drink when I'm working.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Listen, let's do our first setup over here.
Sure, whatever you say.
Okay. You know, Lorna showed me a rough cut of the video.
Oh, yeah?
You're a great dancer.
That's what I do.
Camera loves you.
Really? It does?
I don't know, I always look through this and see fire, but, it's there now. You ready?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Great, now give me a half turn towards me. Just a little bit more. I like this. I like this a lot. Let's try this. Great. You know, I own a piece of a club over on the north side.
Really? Sounds like fun.
Yeah, we feature dancing there. It's a different kind of dancing than in the video, but, I bet you'd be great at anything.
Maybe I'll stop by.
Okay. Almost ready. Let's try this. Much better. Why don't we, what do you say I'll take you over to the club after we're done? It's a great way to wind down after a shoot.
I'd love to.
Great.
Great.
Looks like this is gonna be good.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
George, are you sure? Yeah, no, that's fine. I understand, and I'll tell her. Yeah, thank you.
What?
You have to testify.
I don't think I can.
Donna, if you don't show up, you'll be in contempt.
I can't believe this is happening to me.
Donna, I'm sorry. I've done all I can do. We should excuse us now, please.
I'm afraid.
Afraid? Afraid of
I'm
what?
afraid of Carl. We have to do something to protect our family.
Donna, you cannot get yourself into trouble and then run to me and expect me to bail you out.
How soon we forget?
Forget what?
You told me concerning our family that we would always be together.
You ask too much, Donna.
It's amazing how one's priorities can change so quickly, isn't it? If I should suddenly vanish into thin air, my will is with my lawyer.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for Donna.
Don't be. I mean, she had a great time. Putting the screws to me is one of the great pleasures of her life.
She's alone, Michael.
She brought it on herself, Rachel.
Still.
No. Hey, let's go out. Come on, let's go.
Where? Wait a minute. I thought we were staying here and going over my
No,
testimony.
you don't want to go over that testimony, for God's sakes. You want to get your mind a million miles away from that trial tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Who asked you?
Mother, you already know what you're going to say tomorrow.
Yeah, besides, you don't want it to sound too rehearsed, do you?
Where are we going?
Well, it's a surprise.
Ooh,
Yeah,
intrigue.
It is.
This is a conspiracy.
Out of sight. Let's go. Come on.
Aren't you
Move.
Have fun, Mom.
No, no hints. Come on.
It's gonna be okay. Carl's gonna be behind bars real soon.
I thought you left.
Well, I decided I needed a walk to help shake things out a little bit.
And?
I know we have a long way to go, Amanda. But I believe in you. And I believe in us.
Glad.
We're gonna work this out.
Matt.
Hi.
Jenna's not here.
I know, I was hoping to talk to Felicia.
Good. Because I'd like to talk to you, too. Would you please tell us what's happened?
Obviously, Jenna told you what was going on.
Yes, she said you two were finished.
We'd like to know why.
Okay, it's my fault. I blew it, all right?
How?
You know I love Jenna.
Yeah, well, that didn't sound like a real lover's quarrel when she talked about it.
Listen, I was trying to take things slowly, like you asked me
Why
to.
would that cause you a problem?
One thing led to another, and I started seeing Lorna in the meantime.
What does that mean?
You know, when I asked you to take things slowly with Jenna, it didn't mean start speeding something up with somebody else.
I know, I never
Matt.
meant to hurt her,
Oh, you
okay?
never meant for her to find out, is what you're saying.
Trusted you, Matt.
I know, and I let her down. No one's sorrier about that than I am, all right?
All right. What is this deal with you and Lorna?
We work together, that's it.
I am so disappointed in you.
I'm disappointed in myself, but I'm not going to lose Jenna.
What, you think you deserve another chance?
I think I deserve to fix things with her, at least talk to her about
I am
it.
so angry at you. Oh, Matt. I love you, I always have. Honey, I don't know. I don't think there's anything that we can do to help you.
Well, maybe when she comes back, she'll be in a mood to talk about this.
Yeah, well, she might be all talked out.
Well, why is that?
Because she's at a publicity shoot at Sassy's.
With Dean.
Great. Just great.
Great. Now give me a little turn towards me. Bring your shoulder down, bring your chin down a little bit to meet it, and peek up. A little bit more of a pout. Perfect. It's great. This is hot. Let's try something different here. I want you to be against here. I want something that's a little sexier, but soft, a little bit laid back, like you've just been kissed by the man of your dreams.
I don't really know what you mean.
Well, let's try this. Have your back arched a little bit, your hair back, your head's up, your eyes are out here. Okay, you're thinking about it.
All right, come on. That's enough. No, that's enough. You don't have to touch it.
Hey,
like that.
chill out, pal.
No,
What's
you
the
don't have to
problem?
touch it like that. You hired,
I'm just doing my job.
hired to take
All of you.
pictures,
Take
man,
it
right?
Shut up.
Now, Dean just gets a little bit nervous before shoots.
The lady wasn't acting like she was taken.
Just take
That's
pictures.
because
man.
I'm not taken.
Where are you going?
Away from you! I don't need somebody telling me how I feel.
Oh, okay. Oh, then you are mad at me. You're still mad at me. You're mad at me. You're mad at Matt. You're mad at Lorna. You're mad at yourself. You're mad at the whole world, aren't
What
you?
are you talking about?
You're just upset because your perfect little world isn't so perfect right
Yeah,
now.
well, embarrassing me in front of Jay doesn't help.
Do you think that I don't understand? Do you think that frustration, desperation, I'm living that right now, Jenna.
Well, you know what? I've had it up to here about the wit and wisdom of the bad boy of Bay City.
Listen to me. Who are you trying to change for? Are you trying? Why do you doubt yourself so much?
Because I don't know who I am.
How can you say that?
Because I don't, Dean. I don't have an identity. All right? All I have is what the nuns gave me, and that doesn't work anymore.
You are a very together person. You are.
Yeah, well, I had a mother who, I never really knew. And I keep thinking that maybe I'm a lot like her. But then I also have a father who's a complete mystery man, and so I find myself thinking that maybe I'm more like him.
That doesn't matter. It matters who you are today, right now.
Yeah, well, don't you see? I have so many unanswered questions about how I feel and who I am.
I know who you are.
How can you know that when I don't even know that myself? How?
Jenna. Jenna!
Well, here we go. I got extra napkins and extra butter.
Oh, great. A man after my own heart.
Yep. You know, as soon as I saw this was playing, I knew we had to come and see it.
Casablanca, everyone's favorite film.
You know, I just thought that for 2 hours, all you have to do is just sit here, let your mind float, and worry about whether Victor Laszlo is going to fly off in a plane at the end with the woman that he loves.
I know, it sounds good to me.
Now, you sure you can see okay?
Mm-hmm. My eyes are fine at the moment.
Great.
Besides, we seem to be the only ones here.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you get here early and buy all the tickets. Besides, there was a terrible line next door. Did you see that line?
Yeah, what's mine here?
I don't know, Terminator 19 or something.
Terminator. Let's go see it.
Oh, great, cool.
Just kidding. Now they don't know what they're going to miss.
I think Ingrid Bergman is one of the most beautiful women ever.
Mm, beautiful.
And so are you.
Michael, we've got to be careful.
Why, Rachel Corey afraid of taking a chance?
Mm. Right now I am. We've both been through a very emotional time.
And your friendship has helped me get through it.
Yes, but we don't want to confuse things.
Heck, I'm not confused. Never been more sure about anything in my whole life. But tell you what, for now, why don't we just sit back, enjoy the movie, and let the future take care of itself, okay? Popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Put napkins out of there.
There you go. Dig in.
Hi. Sorry, did you have a nice visit with Michael and
How
Rachel?
did you get in here?
Angela, the angel that she is, was kind enough to let me wait.
Well, you can just leave now.
Now, we're never used to end the evening, Bella, without having a nightcap. And here they are. Your usual.
What do you want?
Well, apart from basking in your glow,
Yes, apart from that.
well, I thought it might be propitious to go over your testimony.
Forcing me to testify to your sterling character was a rotten thing to do.
I thought you might be grateful for the opportunity, considering all we've meant to each other.
You bullied your way into my life, Carl.
Donna, the district attorney intends to accuse me of every crime committed here in Bay City since my arrival.
Well, I have nothing to say about you except that you have impeccable manners and a lovely wardrobe.
Oh, well, that's very nice. Yeah, well, it may be necessary to add just a bit more enlightenment to that.
Like what?
Well, like our history.
Our history.
Yes, like once upon a time we were happily married.
What could that possibly have to do with the charges that have been brought against you?
Donna, it goes like this. Since my arrival back here in Bay City, you, dear heart, pillar of the community, allowed me back into your life. And since that moment, I've been a perfect gentleman.
I allowed you to escort me to dinner several times. I have no idea whether you've reformed or not.
Bella, I'm fighting for my life. For my life.
And I'm just starting to get back into the good graces of my family and friends.
No, darling. We both know what it feels like to be an outsider.
Carl, don't do this to me, please.
I'm counting on you, Bella. I'm counting on you. See you in court.
What are you thinking?
What it would have been like with the three of us. Were you punishing me by not telling me? Because I went off to Kathleen?
I want you to go.
I'm just trying to understand. I'm not blaming you for losing our baby.
Of course you are.
I just feel so hurt.
For the last month, you have been telling me how much you love me. How much you want me back.
I do!
But the minute you find out about this baby, instead of bringing us together, you pull away.
Oh, Frankie, for God's sake, this time yesterday I thought I had lost you. And then a miracle happened and you came back to me. And I've been walking around thrilled beyond belief because I think that we finally have a chance to get our life back, and I find this out. Give me a break. Let me have a little time to sort things out.
Time has run out, Cass.
What are you saying?
We can't go back.
We're going to go forward.
I can't. Not with you.
You don't mean that.
Everything's changed. We're two different people.
I love you. I've never changed. I'm back now. I want to be with you.
Do you? I don't even know who you are.
Time for your medication, Miss Frayne.
I want you to go.
I can't leave you like this.
I don't want you here. The doctor left strict orders that Miss Frayne was not to be upset. I'm going to have to insist that you leave.
I wasn't blaming you for anything. I was just in such pain.
Welcome to the club.
It was my love that brought you back. You remember that. If we can beat death, we can beat anything. We were meant to be together.